We'll be using the voice in Sanskrit Vak today to unpack our preconceived notions of this healing divine instrument. Vak is the Sanskrit word for voice, but it's also the word for speech, for language, as well as the sound of even inanimate objects like rocks and streams. So Vak is kind of like Om in that way, the primordial sound of interconnected nature. And this instrument is related to the Vishuddha chakra, the voice chakra, as I spoke of a little bit earlier. And with the Vishuddha chakra, there are a few there is a seed syllable sound, hum. And so when we sing hum and we stay on that vibration of the there's amrita, there's nectar there. Vishuddha chakra is related to this amrita, this nectar of life. And it is a 16-petaled lotus right here with a baby blue upside down triangle and then a moon kind of shape. And this energy is the purification center. And so when I mentioned some of these things, when our voice is shut down, we may need to purify things that we've caught in our lives, right? So I'd like to start by doing some breathing practices, some pranayama together, which is the Sanskrit word for breath. So we will be using pranayama to power this vocal instrument, to create healing in our bodies, in our nervous systems, and subsequently in the world. And when we work with our voice chakra, it's so important to focus on the energy of purification through sound, just feeling this pure sound moving through, in, out, and beyond, the beyond, and being really rooted in our power center as well. So rooting down, finding your hands on your belly. We're gonna sing the sound of the heart chakra for a moment to open up our hearts. Often this Kundalini energy gets stuck in different chakras and can't move beyond. And there's 7 chakras and we wanna be able to circulate our energy in an ideal world. So using practices that are hard, that may not be intuitive to us, is really important so that our energy doesn't get stagnant or stuck. So I'm starting with the belly breath, which we are aware of in a more restorative yoga practice. It's really calming to the nervous system. But what we are using our belly breath for today is we are using it to power this vocal instrument, this Vak. So let's place our hands, one hand on our upper ribs, one hand on the lower ribs. Deep belly breath in. And on the exhale, and push all your air out at the same time, but holding your belly out while you Okay, let's try that again. Now that you have all the instructions, and see if you can get a little bit more air behind it and maybe a little bit more length of your sound, your ah. So deep breath into all 3 chambers of your lungs. Belly out. So you saw my eyes get really big. I'm still pushing my belly out as I sing the ah to create a little bit more power behind it. So that's a really wonderful practice. Let's try that 3 more times. And then we're going to move into some belly breath pranayama that will prepare us for some more vocalization. So deep breath in. Good. So we're using this vocal instrument to move Kundalini energy, like I was talking about. But also, our bodies need to be unpacked before we really get into vocalization, because there's so much breath that moves through the body, as we know through the yoga practice. So we need to open up the body so that that sound can move more freely.